straight in. Carry on Alice breaks their hearts again.
Pulling clear in the closing stages. Smart Call wins the Jambi Mid. And Smart Call comes home to win it in the main Chance Farms Paddock Stakes.
Right, a very good evening and welcome to this edition of Breeding to Win. We've got a jam-packed program. It's obviously being highlighting from the CTSK Premier Yearling Sale. We've also got the Sun Met and a host of other Group 1 events on the day as well, so plenty in store. So let's take a look at tonight's lineup. We start off with taking a look at the Klavervlei Stud Golf Day that was held out at De Zalze Golf Course. We then also go visit Mano's Restaurant out in Sea Point, and that was the venue for the CTS cocktail party on the Wednesday night. Thursday was a busy day as well, and we've also got details from the actual CTS cocktail party held out at the Silos. That was on Friday night, and then a package that contains some of the highlights from the sale itself. Some great international interest held out at the sale, and it was a fantastic venture for both CTS and the international visitors, as well as some really good value buys for some of the local market too. Let's start off though, we're going to go straight into the show. Let's take a look at what transpired out at De Zalze for the Klavervlei Golf Day.
Once again, the Klavervlei Golf Day on Tuesday the 16th of January proved to be a huge success, and a good time was had by all. Held at the beautiful De Zalze estate in Stellenbosch, a full house of over 30 four-balls took part in and out of the racing industry. Lots of sponsors on board, including CTS, TFM, Irish Thoroughbred Marketing, Betting World, Cuda, Equifeeds, New Turf Carriers, Teletrack, Crawford Racing, Manos, Vasco's and the Riverside Boutique Hotel, to name but a few. Drinks and welcome support were on hand at the holes to keep the players refreshed and the spirits up. The weather also played ball, pardon the pun, and I think the day put everyone in the right frame of mind for the busy week ahead.
5e victoire dans la course pour Frankie Ettori.
It's storming home. One of the last possible gasp for the Challenger thriller.
What a finish to the Melbourne Cup. Brave is under pressure when they turn in. It's been a relentless run, Cup. Who's going to be the last man standing?
Buckling on through, then Wings of Eagles with Samoa, Wings of Eagles swooping through, and Wings of Eagles gets up to win.
His 3,000th winner.
Vodacom, Durban, July.
Gauteng Sansui Samaka.
Well, as mentioned earlier on, Manos hosted a cocktail party and a fantastic venue in the Cape area. If you haven't yet been to Manos, certainly worth a visit. Some great cuisine and obviously some great company as well. We spilled out onto the pavement and we've got a little insert just highlighting exactly how fun and entertaining that evening was.
CTS hosted a marvellous evening at Manos on Wednesday evening before the sale. A large turnout of both South African and international buyers attended. A welcome break from yearling viewing at the convention centre, which had already proved to be a very busy week. Manos is a superb venue and everyone had a thoroughly relaxing evening. Certainly a very jolly and positive mood from all. CTS also hosted a cocktail party at Zelt's Museum on Friday evening before the sale. Once again, a great attendance and everyone was in good spirits for the two-day sale ahead. An exciting new venue which everyone enjoyed, from the locals to the international buyers. Lots of talk and praise for the drafts viewed and a very good vibe going into the sale. All ready for the hammer to be raised.
And welcome to the official opening of the Cape Premier Yearling Sale 2018. Huge welcome to our buyers. At this stage, the focus is on you guys. Everyone else has done their job. It's up to you to do your job now. But a big thank you for your support and a huge welcome to our international buyers as well. I think if CTS has achieved one massive thing over the last number of years, is it's been the internationalization of not only this sale, but really the thoroughbred industry in South Africa.
Some changing times. When you find that your biggest buyer of racehorses in the country and your biggest owner of racehorses in the country and the champion owner for 10 consecutive years leaves the arena, it does leave more than a ripple. Mayfair own 25% of CTS. The other 75% is still represented here. What has been created here is an iconic sale. And it become part of the world calendar. And I will remind you, even though Elvis left the building, the music never stopped. And by the way, talking about music, John Lennon said, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end.
Cape Premier Yearling Sale took place at the Cape Town Convention Centre the last weekend, and it was really a nice surprise element in terms of how successful that sale was. There was plenty of international participation, and about 30% of the turnover looks to have been spent by the international contingent. Grant Burns caught up with Fiona Ramsden a little bit earlier on as well, and he'll give you a bit of an insight as to how it was like on the rostrum as the auctioneer, one of the auctioneers of a three-man panel. And certainly, I think everybody was well pleased at the sale results.
Angus Gold buys lot 34 for 1.5 million. Angus, lovely to have you in town again.
Oh, it's lovely to be here, Fee, and looking at some lovely horses. And obviously, it's early days for the market. We don't quite know how strong it's going to be, but Mike loved this filly, and she's beautifully bred by one of the most promising young stallions around in What a Winter, and out of a full sister to a champion. So I'm very, very happy to have her.
Fantastic. She certainly looks the part. And it's a good sale on the whole. You've seen some nice horses.
I've seen some very nice horses. You know, obviously, I'm a little biased. We race Soft Falling Rain. I've really liked what I've seen of them, and there's some lovely horses around generally. So, no, it's great to be here.
Nick Collum is here from Hong Kong, and he's bought two splendid purchases in lots 23 and 24. 23 being a Dynasty colt for 2.5 million. What a super looking colt he is.
Lovely colt. We thought he was the pick of the sale, really. He's a belter. And, you know, it's good shopping here, so we're very happy to get him. Very, very happy.
Absolutely. And then a Silvano colt for 1.1.
Yes, well, you know, as I say, it's very, very good shopping.
Barry Owen buys lot 58 for 1 million. Barry's with me now. Barry, she's a smashing Captain L filly, isn't she?
Yeah, I thought she was pretty good. She was my top pick. I bought 3 tonight, and I think she's the best.
She certainly looks the part, and of course, Captain L is still carrying the flag high.
Yeah, I've liked him from day one. I bought a filly from his first or second crop that won the Fillies Guineas, and I've always liked him. Just happy to get one, you know, now that there are not going to be that many left.
And the sale on the whole, you've seen some super yearlings?
I think it's about the same. I think the prices are soft. I think it's a buyer's market. I haven't seen any real fireworks. To buy a filly like I did for 82,000 American dollars, it's unheard of.
Amanda Skiffington from the United Kingdom bought lot 59 for Andreas Jacobs for 3 million. So it's the top seller so far, and what a beautiful Silvano filly she is. Amanda, you've bought a lovely Silvano filly. She really does look beautiful.
She was the nicest filly here in my view. Lovely.
You bought her for Andreas?
I did, yes. He asked me what I liked the best, so I told him.
And I mean, there's some beautiful yearlings here. How do you rate the drafts?
I think they're pretty good. I bought 2 horses already, and I hope I buy some more. There's some nice horses here.
And we see you here every year. It's a good venue, isn't it?
It's wonderful. They take fantastic care of us, and I hope they do well.
Peter Kraft from Lammerskrollstad is with me now. He bought lot 72 for 1.8, and what a beautiful trippy filly she is from Aventure Stud. Great purchase.
Thank you. Yes, it was the pick of the bunch, and I consulted a jockey jockey, a trainer. I consulted my stud manager. Anything bred by Pippa is sure to be a winner.
And Sally twisted your arm to go the extra mile.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I believe in consulting widely, and she knows a good filly. So we're hoping to have potential broodmare, but we need the black type.
Patrick Shaw from Singapore bought lot 74 for 1.5, hoping to take this beautiful Frankel filly back to Singapore.
Yeah, hopefully that, obviously waiting for the protocol to go through. If the protocol doesn't go through, then obviously we'll have to keep her here for a while. Maybe race her first and see if she's good enough to go. But if the protocol does come through, we'd like to take it back to Singapore. And hopefully on to Australia from there, and as a breeding broodmare.
She certainly looks like a super filly, and everybody wants a Frankel.
Yes, obviously she's a little bit small, but she's well made and correct, and obviously by Frankel should be a lovely broodmare anywhere in the world.
Well, there's some great drafts on this sale. What have you thought of them so far?
I thought it's been a very good draft. I didn't expect the prices to be as high as what they are at the moment, but obviously the sale's been overwhelming, and I just think there's more to come. There's some nice horses more on the sale that are still going to go.
John Ferguson bought lot 86, a Super Dynasty colt from Drakenstein for $3 million, one of the sales toppers so far. What a beautiful colt he was.
No, thrilled to buy the colt. You know, he's a lovely horse, real quality, real athlete, and buy a great sire out of a great mare and from a great farm. So thrilled to be here and thrilled to buy him.
It's not your first time here. I've seen you here plenty of times. It's a good sale, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a really good sale, and there's a lot of enthusiasm here for racing in general, and you know, everyone's treated us so well, and just thrilled to be a part of it.
John Freeman bought lot 94, the sales topper so far, for $4 million for Jack Mitchell, and what a fantastic Frankel colt he is as well. Very striking. John, what a purchase. It's a beautiful, beautiful Frankel colt.
Yeah, and he moves so well, Fee. I think that what for us was the most important overriding factor. Not only is he well balanced and a son of Frankel, I think he's one of the best looking sons of Frankel I've ever seen here. Look, I haven't seen many overseas, but judging on what I've seen in past years, this one's certainly superior in my view. But what made it for us was that he moves so well.
Lot 107 from Cloverflay stud for $3 million. Another purchase for Jack Mitchell, and a great one at that. A lovely Captain L filly.
Oh, I love that filly so much. I had to have her, and so did Jack. We brought Nancy here this morning. You know, she's our sort of final arbiter, and when Nancy gave us the thumbs up, we knew we were on the right track. I think one of the nicest physically made specimens I've seen for a very long time, and I'm so happy for Cloverflay. I'm very happy for Jack because, you know, he's got Snow Dance, who's a daughter of Captain L. Let's hope this one picks up. By the way, I didn't tell you where the Frankel colt's going. He's going to the Snaiths. I didn't know that then, but I know it now, and this filly's going there as well, so they've done well.
Vian Smith, the CEO at CTS, is with me now to chat to me about how day one of the Premier Yearling sale actually went. Vian, you must be pretty pleased. There were some top prices last night.
Yes, very pleased. You know, to see such a diverse list of buyers when I went through the buyers list last night was really, really encouraging. Excellent international support, and yeah, a bit of excitement with a Frankel Yearling, a beautiful chestnut Frankel Yearling selling for $4 million. So overall, very happy with the results.
Absolutely. So we're looking to top $4 million today. The Frankel colt yesterday was amazing. We've also got the Hong Kong buyers here, which is great.
Yeah, you know, they bought two early lots, you know, right after each other, and yeah, how brilliant is that? Hong Kong Jockey Club investing at the Cape Premier Yearling sale, and as you know, that's always been our goal, was to internationalise not only this sale but the South African industry, and you know, great momentum being built on that front, and let's hope they continue and get a couple more today, and this is the beginning of a long-term relationship. You know, the key is now going to be to get the Hong Kong Jockey Club back into South Africa to buy more yearlings, not only this year but in years to come. But very exciting.
Lot 133 was a beautiful Captain L colt from Cloverflay stud. Nicholas Collum from Hong Kong bought him for $1.8 million, and Nicholas is with me once again. Nicholas, you've been quite busy at the sales. You bought two last night. There's lovely Captain L now. Very exciting.
Very excited. We're excited because we wanted a Captain L. Captain L's no longer with us. He's had a fantastic career, and he's a walk-up start for us. I mean, he's a horse that produces horses with great turns of foot. up to a mile. This little horse, you know, he's not big, but he's chunky and very strong. And of course, the mare's already produced 2 siblings who were stakes winners by Captain Al. So we're very, very excited. I mean, he was a natural for us.
Well, it's day 2 of the sale, and Patrick Shaw has been busy again for Singapore, buying a beautiful Frankel filly, lot 172 for 3 million. What a great buy. Everyone's got to have a Frankel.
Thank you so much. It's obviously the same as other mare. We'll keep her here for a while. If we can get out with a protocol, we'll take her overseas. If not, we might race them here, and from there on see if they could go overseas, if they are good enough.
John Freeman bought lot 201 for 2.5 from Drakenstein Stud. A very, very impressive trippy colt out of Beach Beauty. Fantastic pedigree.
Yeah, not only a fantastic pedigree, a fantastic looking horse. And a very good first foal. You know, first foals can be first foals, but this one didn't look like a first foal. I think the son of Trippy, I've always been looking for an entire son of Trippy.
Bloodstock agent Peter Doyle is with me now from Ireland, and he bought a fantastic Captain Al colt, lot 230 from the Claverflay Stud for 1.7 million. What a great purchase. He was a lovely Captain Al colt.
He was a lovely horse, and we were waiting all day for him. We saw him here 2 or 3 days ago, and we loved him, and we like buying off the farm. It's a very, very good farm, John Coster and his team.
Absolutely, and we all love Captain Al. He's really done South Africa proud.
Well, we've been very lucky with Captain Al. We bought a filly here many years ago, and she won the listed race on Met Day for 2-year-old. Very good.
Well, you're no stranger to these shores. You buy in Cape Town every year, but you've had a good sale so far. I believe you've bought 5 already.
We bought 5 already, very lucky. We bought some very good value yesterday as well, and we bought for a new trainer, and we bought for our regular trainers as well, so we're very happy.
Well, day 2 of the Premier Yearling sale has come to a close, and a pretty successful sale it was too. And with me is Vian Smith to just give us a little bit of a roundup. The sale went really well, didn't it, Vian?
Yes, it certainly did go very well. You know, to end up with an average of just over 500,000. I think they're still busy dotting a few I's and crossing some T's on the numbers, but average over 500,000. The gap between the median and the average was also less than last year, which really points to a very, very strong middle market. And you know, just to see the international buying at the sale, that's always been our goal, is to internationalize the sale and therefore our industry. And I think we're making huge headway on that. So overall, extremely happy.
Well, there was some top pedigrees amongst the drafts, and as you said, it was great to have the international buyers here, and the South African buyers did very well as well.
Absolutely, the South African buyers were very active, particularly in the filly market. You know, there were some very, very nice pedigrees, and some lovely individuals that went for big numbers. Quite a few going for 3 million rand, and then obviously, you know, the highlight of the sale, I guess, was the Frankel colt, which was a stunning colt by all accounts. And yeah, I wish them all the luck with their purchase.
Well, it was your first CTS sale, Fiona, and it went very well, and this augurs well going forward.
Well, let's hope so. It's been a long couple of months, but you know, the team's done an exceptional job, and I think CTS really has set the bar in terms of hospitality and just putting up a show, and you know, tending after the needs of our clients, both vendors and buyers. And we'll go from strength to strength.
Absolutely, that was my next question, because it's so pleasurable to be at a CTS sale.
It sure is, you know, and the work unfortunately starts again on Monday. We've got to do inspections for the April sale, which is now only 3 months away, and we've got another very exciting bunch of entries for that sale. Almost 400 entries. We've got to go through that selection process now as we are having the select evening. With the goal there, giving our vendors opportunity to sell some of those later maturing select types in Cape Town, and it's the first time that we're doing that. So a lot of work that needs to go into that, and we'll be sure to set up and provide the same kind of overall experience at Durbanville as we are able to do here in the convention centre.
Well, very well done on your first sale of the year, under your belt, done and dusted, and it went well too.
Thanks, Fee.
Auctioneer Grant Burns is with me all the way from Perth in Australia. Had a very busy weekend last weekend at the CTS sales on the rostrum, working very hard. Grant, it's not your first time you've been here for the CTS sales, it's your third time, I believe.
Yes, the third year, and very enjoyable. Hopefully it won't be the last.
Well, it is a fantastic sale, but looking at it through your eyes from the other side, I mean, we're looking at you busy on the roster and we see the horses, but you looking out to us, I mean, it's a fantastic display, isn't it, of buyers, people enjoying themselves, wining, dining and buying.
It's more than a sale. It's a wonderful event. You know, it's one of those events that everyone must come to, I believe. It's an amazing place, Cape Town, but the horses, the entertainment, of course, the wonderful hospitality shown by everyone involved, it's something that everyone must do, I believe.
And you've been involved with Magic Millions in Australia for many years.
Yes, I auction a lot of horses for Magic Millions. I'm a contract auctioneer and I do a lot of the standardbred horses in Australia as well. So it's been a busy start to the year. We had a big sale in January over there in the Gold Coast, but nothing better than coming down here for a week and enjoying the fun, wonderful sale here that CTS put on, and of course staying on for the Met as well.
And you go back to sale season again there?
Yes, we've got more sales ahead. We've got Tasmania and Perth and the likes, but we'll enjoy the Met, of course, as well.
Yeah, it's wonderful to have you here, and you stayed on for the Met in previous years as well.
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's been great. Look, it's always wonderful to go and look at the progeny of those horses that are racing or we sold the year prior, and that's a good part. We'll get down to the mounting yard tomorrow and have a look at those 2-year-olds that may have gone through the sale last year, and it's an exciting time.
And you managed to visit some of the farms here while you were here as well, which is beautiful.
That's the biggest thing for me. You know, you stand up in the rostrum and you see these lovely horses, and I'm there to promote. I'm there to work for the vendor and sell the horses to the best of my ability. But it's great to see where they've been born and raised, and we had a great few days out in Robertson area and around Stellenbosch and the likes, and of course there's a couple of stud farms, a couple of wineries to tune into as well, so it was a really good few days, and it's an amazing country, and where you grow good wine you grow great horses, and that's obviously evident in the horses that we sold over the sale, but seeing the parts of the country that are just quite amazing out there.
Well, we had a fantastic catalogue, some great pedigrees. How did the horses fare to you compared to Australia?
Oh, look, I think they're great. You know, I was lucky enough to sell the top lot, and he wouldn't have been out of place in any sale in the world, and I say that hand on my heart, and I generally mean that. Coming off the back of a Gold Coast sale, which was incredibly strong for Magic Millions, this sale here, he was a horse that would have stepped into that ring over there and would have sold exceptionally well as well. The horses here are very forward. They've selected a great catalogue for the sale, and you know, I think buyers were very lucky with the catalogue that was put up this year, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of success come out of the sale.
And as a sales centre, the convention centre for us works very well. For you, I mean, you've obviously worked in some very big sales venues, but it's pretty good, isn't it, the convention centre? It
is brilliant. It really is. It's the whole Cape Town area, and the fact that people were staying close by, they can go to the sale, they can enjoy a little bit of business with a little bit of leisure, and a wonderful city. It's very, very, very good.
Well, it's lovely to have you here once again. I hope you will be here again next year. It's lovely to hear your voice on the rostrum, and I hope you enjoyed Met Day.
My pleasure to be here, Fiona, and hopefully I'll be back again.
Whiskey Baron and Legal Eagle. It's Whiskey Baron who's claimed the advantage. No more from Legal Eagle, and Whiskey Baron goes on to win. Edict of Nantes is in front, the yellow cap. He's going on strongly. Nothing got a chance for him now. Edict of Nantes drawing away in the closing stages. Goes away to win it comfortably.
Edict of Nantes going great guns from El Sahem. Horizon's back third. Edict of Nantes from El Sahem. Edict of Nantes takes it to another level. Lady of the House, give me 6 on the inside. Lady of the House pulls it out. Captain America from Trip to Heaven, and Captain America going great guns. Captain America to shine. But the leader Sail South, and it's Sail South going on. Sail South will win it. Captain America second.
Well, Uncle Mo is currently a stallion sensation, and very exciting news is that one of his sons is going to be standing here in South Africa. Fiona Ramsden catches up with Justin Vermaak to find out and tell us a little bit more.
A couple of months ago, Justin and I were here chatting about stallion Uncle Mo, and with great excitement, we're back here today to talk about his son, Royal Mo, who will be arriving in South Africa shortly. Justin, just fill us in. Statistically, he's really gone up another notch since I spoke to you last time.
Yes, we spoke early December, and we're on 6 weeks on, and he's had some big successes in America again to report on, led by the Group 1 win again, another Group 1 winner for Uncle Mo in the form of Filly Dream Tree, who went undefeated and won the Group 1 Starlet. And she's owned by a big thoroughbred operation that's pretty new on the scene called Phoenix Thoroughbreds. They've invested heavily in big bloodstock around the globe and rewarded with this Uncle Mo filly who banged a Group 1 in. And also very inspiring for breeders who have been using him is the fact that just after the turn of the year, he bagged a dual group success on the same day with Mopatism and Ultra Brat. What is particularly encouraging for breeders that use him for their mares is that they were multiple placed in big Group 1 races early on in their careers, and they've now trained on to win group races at 4 and 5. So the progeny of Uncle Mo are training on, and he's still doing at the highest level, which is very encouraging. His progeny statistics sales-wise have been massive throughout the globe, and they've really picked up in America. He's now standing at big money, $125,000 a cover, and he covered over 243 mares in his 2017 breeding season in the Northern Hemisphere, which is huge numbers. Yeah, Royal Mo, he was placed third in a Group 1 in America, and we touched on him as some of Uncle Mo's leading progeny when we did speak about Uncle Mo in the beginning of December. And he unfortunately fractured a sesamoid at training after his place in the Group 1. And in a coup for South African breeders, Heinrich Rix, whose breeding and racing operation is better known as Stonehill Stud, they race in the lime green colours. He's managed to do a deal to bring Royal Mo over to South Africa, so he'll be standing here as the first son of Uncle Mo in the country, and I'm sure he'll be exceptionally well supported by the breeders. As a racehorse, he ran a pair of seconds in his first 2 starts over sprints. He then broke his maiden when he first went over a mile. Straight out the maidens, he managed to reel off a group win over the mile as well, and then obviously big performance when he ran third in that Group 1. The Derby that he ran third in was over 1800, so he's got the wins from a mile to 1800. That Group 1 of his over 1700, which is a common distance over dirt in America. And then unfortunately after that Group 1, when he was prepping for the Preakness Stakes, which is a massive dirt race for 3-year-olds in America, he fractured his sesamoid and had to retire from racing. Beautiful horse, the Uncle Mo's. He's very well known for producing very, very sound horses. He's very similar to his father, Deep Dark Bay, and a strong horse. These dirt horses in America, we see what they look like. They're simply racing machines, and he's super correct. He had no problems. Obviously, that injury is not because he had any soundness issues of that. That's just a freak incident from the training track. And very sound, beautiful, deep girthed horse, typical dirt American horse. And he's got a lot of good turf aspects to his pedigree as well. Uncle Mo's produced Motown, and he was a Group 1 winner on turf, and some very other good turf horses as well. So he can do it on both surfaces, so it's not like he's an American sire of dirt coming to South Africa. He's proven that he can throw horses on both surfaces. Mo, obviously being by Uncle Mo, which we've touched on at length now, he's a very interesting pedigreed horse, and that goes for Uncle Mo as well. He's a horse that's not represented very heavily by the Northern Dancer line. There's only 3 traces of Northern Dance in the first 5 generations, of which the first appears in only the 4th generation, and there's absolutely no Mr. Prospector in his male line. So he's very easily mated to the bulk of mares around the globe, and in South Africa as well. He's obviously his superstar son Nyquist, he's out of a Stormcat mare, so for South African breeders, you're looking at horses with Stormcat in the line. Var obviously is a son of Forest Wildcat, grandson of Stormcat, Blackman Lush as well. So I think there's obviously that type of cross we'll be looking at strongly. He's producing a lot of stakes performers in America, but with a horse that he's obviously going to be suited to a lot of mares, Captain L mares, Magog mares, also got the Stormcat line, but he's an outcross from those 2 lines, which are so heavily well represented around the world. And I think that's a reason why he's been mated so well to a wide cross of mares. So lots of excitement for breeders here, and obviously he'll be standing at this coming season, and there'll be a lot more promotional material and more information going out coming from Stonehill Stud about him, and more information when he does arrive. So I think the breeders must look out for it and look about buying shares into Royal Mo.
Glenn Cotson trains at Woodhill Racing Estate, situated in the Paarl Winelands, an ideal location to pre-train and train equine athletes. The 30-hectare estate is a fully equipped professional training property with large green paddocks, hot walkers, 2 tracks, starting stalls, and Glenn has access to the Melkbos Beach, where he regularly transports the horses to enjoy the cold, therapeutic Cape Ocean. Throughout the last decade, Glenn has produced multiple graded winners, including Badger's Gift, the TBA Paddock Stakes Grade 1, Big City Life, Vodacom Durban July, Lady Windermere won the South African Filly Sprint, as well as the Garden Province Stakes. Princess Victoria won the Allen Robinson Championship and the Garden Province Stakes. Glenn currently has Gold Standard, a striking son of champion sire Trippy, and an outstanding 3-year-old son of Dynasty, Eyes Wide Open. Glenn Cotson bases his principles on a good work ethic with the backing of a professional team, attention to detail, family values, and good friends.
Great fight and determination. We've witnessed a really first-class performance.
Soft Falling Rain is drawing clear. Soft Falling Rain has won the Godolphin Mile.
Under pressure that early, deep, and still keep finding in the straight. It just shows you how good this horse is and what heart he's got.
That's a wrap from our Breeding to Win edition here from the Vasco's in Cape Town. It's been fantastic, and a big thank you to Bryn Ressel and his team as well. It's always great to host the show from this venue, and we'll be playing out with highlights from the Sun Met. And hats off to the Sun International team. They're growing this event each and every year. I can't wait to see what transpires in 2019.
This one says Brutal Force. Sergeant Hardy, Trip to Heaven, all picked down the inside. It's Sergeant Hardy from Trip to Heaven inside the closing stages. Sergeant Hardy's pulling it off. Sergeant Hardy has beaten Trip to Heaven. Live Life has run third. Maybe Brutal Force fourth ahead of Attenborough on this stand side. Well, Sergeant Hardy has won for Veronica and Oscar Folks. Bernard Fader wins for the Justin Snade stable. The son of Captain L has won his 8th race out of 17 starts. Normandy Stud, the winning breed is the Folks' Normandy Stud. And Sergeant Hardy will keep Trip to Heaven at bay over here. Third to Live Life, and it got mighty tight for that fourth position. Attenborough is involved with Brutal Force, but Sergeant Hardy a length and a quarter in the Betting World Cape Flying Championship. Second Trip to Heaven. Third placing will go to Live Life. got mighty tight for that fourth position. Attenborough's involved there with along the inside Brutal 4.
In front as they come to the final 150. Eyes wide open, he's wearing him down on the outside. Steel Rose is trying hard, but Eyes wide open, too strong, is drawing away. And Eyes wide open goes on to win. Do It Again comes up for second. Tight for third behind that. Steel Rose was stopping pack leader. White River raced in behind those. Steel Rose in front inside the final 150, but he's done all the donkey work and he's running on empty. And number one, Eyes wide open, wears him down and gets up to win the Investec Cape Derby going away. Up the outside, 7 Do It Again flashed home from the back of the field. He'll get up for second, but one Eyes Wide Open had this one 100 meters from home. 7 Do It Again was back in second. Tight for third. Very close. We'll wait for confirmation from the judge. Down the inside, the 5 pack leader was flashing home. The 9 Steel Rose was stopping late. Springman came on the outside. Down the inside was White River. Bloom is now setting out after the leader. Snow Dance is in front. She's getting wary. Rose in Bloom is trying hard. Star Express is up the outside, but Snow Dance keeps rolling. They can't beat her. Snow Dance stays on to win from Star Express. Rose in Bloom. Sylvan Star up the outside was next. Then came Gimme 6 behind that Premier Dance. They were followed by Seattle Gold. Further back, Louisiana beat about the bush.
Captain America up the outside, Oh Susanna, and Marinaresco are flying. Legal Eagle, the 3-year-old filly, Oh Susanna, is coming home best of all. It's Oh Susanna that flies home to win it. On the outside, we had Last Winter, who absolutely flew into second. Close behind that, Marinaresco, African Night Sky. Between runners, we had Legal Eagle, but what a finish by the 3-year-old filly, Oh Susanna. She takes the glory in the 2018 Sunmet. Legal Eagle had taken the lead in the Sunmet and had kicked for home, but the 3-year-old filly is absolutely eating up the ground, and the 3-year-old fillies have certainly shown their class during the Summer of Champions. She takes the lead close to home and she wins the 2018 renewal of the Sunmet going away. Last Winter absolutely flew on the outside to get up to finish in second. Marinaresco behind that will finish in third. Legal Eagle will finish fourth this year. On the inside was African Night Sky. Between runners we had Captain America. Then came Safe Harbor, Crambambuli, Gold Standard will be followed by another rusher, Sail South, Nightingale, Copper Fever, Horizon, and then came Nightingale. That's the way they crossed the line in the 2018 renewal of the Sunmet. But what a run by the 3-year-old filly, Oh Susanna. She comes forward after Legal Eagle had hit the front and had kicked for home, and she's powering to victory into the closing stages. She takes the lead and draws clear to win, and to win it well. 20 Oh Susanna beats 12 Marinaresco into second. Behind that in running came number 3, followed across the line by number 1. 20, 12, 3 and 1. That's the numbers in the 2018 renewal of the Sunmet. And about to be led back to the winner's enclosure, number 20, Oh Susanna. She's a 3-year-old Bay Brown filly by Street Cry. Out of Sharp Susan by Touch Gold. Owned and bred by Drakenstein stud, the nominee, Mrs. Gaynor Rupert. Winning rider, Justin Snaith. That is back-to-back Grade 1 victories for both Justin Snaith and jockey Grant van Niekerk. Winning the last 2 Grade 1s on this afternoon's program. Flying for second was number 12 last winter.
Well, we've just seen a really exciting running of the Sun Met, celebrated with GH Mum. And the winner, as you will all know by now, is the 3-year-old filly, number 20, Oh Susanna, given a superb ride by the man on my left, Grant van Niekerk, for the Snaith Yard. Grant, the moment of your racing career.
Definitely, Mr. Ellie. You know, I'd say you'll see some jocks cry in interviews and so emotional, but I must be honest, it's hard to hold it back because this is the moment you work for, you know? And, I'm so blessed to be in the position I am in, working for the Snaiths. And for the Ruperts, you know, it's amazing. Obviously, as everyone knows, I've had up and down, you know, the past year or so, but things fell into place quickly. And obviously, I can't thank the Ruperts enough for taking me in. They've given me all the support, and with the Snaiths, it's amazing.
Grant, just let's take you up the straight, the last 600 meters. You turned, you must have been probably 3-4 lengths off the pace. You had to switch out for a run. Did she quicken up readily when you asked her?
Mr. Ellie, look, she had 51.5 in the back, and I wanted to be a little bit closer, but it was a bit of a rough race early on, and obviously it made it hard for me because I didn't want to bustle her too much because she takes a bit of a hold. And when I had her switched off, I knew coming to the last 600 or so, she'll give me a good kick. When I asked her to go, she took a bit of time to unwind, but when I felt her unwinding, I knew I was going to get there. Look, Legal Eagle was in my sights, and when I saw him and I was quickening, I got goosebumps. But I'm just so glad she got there. She's really good. Obviously, it just shows now the 3-year-olds dominated of the fillies. Snow Dancers, she's really good. But yeah, no, she got the job done. And look, we were happy if she ran a place because, you know, she did us really proud of the season. But with that weight today, she couldn't be ignored. I'm just glad she brought it home.
All right, let's leave it there, Grant. We could chat forever, but Anthony Leeming is here. From Sun International, the sponsors. Winning jockey, ladies and gentlemen, Grant van Niekerk. Justin. Another man winning his first Met, Justin Snaith. Justin, well done.
Great, thanks. It's taken us 40-something years, my family, to win this race.
You know, I'm sure you're absolutely delighted. You're probably a little bit relieved as well.
Look, it hasn't sunk in, as it always does, but when Sun International Mum said that their spokesman, Usain Bolt, was going to be here, and then I said, well, I've got to win this race to meet him, and I just did. So he's one of my lifetime heroes. I think he's the most incredible athlete and person, so it's just a double win. To win this race for Gaynor and Drakenstein, Gaynor bought her on own accord, and it's one of those great stories. So to the whole team, their whole family, thank you so much. Jonathan, that does so much work in our yard. My team at home, Danny, Andrea, Judy, Marie, Brandon May, you guys have made this possible. Thank you.
Just a final question. That last 400, where were your nerves at that stage?
I thought we were gone. She had quite a hard race early, and then I thought, okay, we're in trouble, and okay, this is going to be a bad day. So, and then next thing she kicked up again and she won. It's just all class. And for a 3-year-old filly to beat these older horses hasn't been done in like 100 years. So she's the first filly in over 100 years to do this.
Incredible things. Justin, if you'll accept the winning trainers trophy from Anthony Mealing, representing the sponsors, Sun International. There we go.
10. Carry On Alice breaks their hearts again.
Pulling clear in the closing stages. Smart Call wins the Jambi Met. And Smart Call comes home to win it in the main Chance Farms Paddock Stakes.